Okay, in order to test the functionality of a leak detector, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need the Petri-type line tester, the pressure reducing regulator, and then the supply drain hose that comes with it. The first step in testing is we're going to connect the drain hose to the line to the regulator, and connect that. Then we can connect the line tester to the regulator, and then the regulator to the pigtail. Okay, once that's connected, we can prepare to start the dispenser. Before we start the dispenser, the first thing we're going to make sure is that the hokey valve, the black valve, is closed, but we're also going to have it turned towards the barrette, so that when we generate the leak is going to flow through the system into the barrette in a controlled manner. So now we're ready to start. We're going to start the dispenser, which will kick the pump on, and then the pump is going to be controlling the regulator to 10 psi. We can adjust the pressure if necessary with the regulator by turning it counterclockwise to reduce the pressure, or clockwise to increase the pressure. The reason we have the drain hose on there is that if there's an excess in pressure in the system, this will drain off safely to an approved safety count. So once we have the 10 psi set, we're able to start regulating the flow of liquid into the barrette. So as I said, with the hokey valve, with the red valve turned towards the flow of the barrette, we can start letting liquid enter the barrette. We're going to control this leak so that liquid flows into the barrette at approximately 15.7 mils for every 5 seconds. So we're just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a bit high, so we can reduce that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about right. So now we turn the red valve to the 12 o'clock position, shutting off the leak. You must not touch the black valve at this point. So once we have that, we can switch off the dispenser. With the dispenser off, we can disconnect the regulator from the system and put that in a safe place. We're then going to use the drain hose to drain off any excess pressure in the line. So this should only take a couple of seconds, and this will dissipate any excess pressure. Once that's done, connect the Petri-type line tester back into the system, and then we connect our drain hose to the Petri-type. Now we're going to turn the red valve towards the drain hose. This will allow the leak, when we start the dispenser, to flow out through the calibrated leak into an approved safety can. Start the dispenser, and then we should see the leak detector kick in, and we'll see that it maintains the slow flow position. This slow flow position should stay there as long as our leak is present. If the leak detector goes straight into full flow, we would then go back to the calibration step and make sure that the calibration is correct. If we do that 2 consecutive times and it fails both times, it's because the leak detector is bad. So here we see that the leak detector has stayed in the slow flow position. We can now close up the leak. When we close up the leak, we should be able to count 1 1000, 2 1000, and we'll see that it should go into full flow. So here we know that the leak detector is performing at the correct measurements. In the case of electronics, the calibration is all the same. The only difference is the test is performed when we hang up the dispenser.